What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Last Wraps baseball video, and today we are going to do something different. We're not going to do a digital break, but today we are going to introduce to some of our followers how to play the game in Topps Bunt. And so for those of you who are not familiar, there is a gameplay module in Bunt, and if we go and take a look at our collection of cards for 2020, you can see that you have base cards, you have at all different levels. You have white, you have green, you have red, you got blue, you've got gold. And then, of course, we've got the teal, which is a little more difficult to get. We have the redeemable cards, the common cards, the uncommon cards, rare cards, super rare cards, and iconic cards. With all of that being said, the game module is going to work in this regards. The common cards actually have a scoring system. So if I pull up Aaron Nola and I tap on the Aaron Nola card on the back side, you're going to see in the upper right corner of the digital card that he gets 1.0 times the boost for the white card. And so you can score and get different types of points for scoring. And if I look at it, how he gets his points, he loses 3 points for every hit he gives up. He gets 2 points per strikeout. He gets 2 points for each out recorded and minus a point for each walk. And so on the season, he's averaging 129 points per game, and his total season points are 516. And if I go and I look at a different player, we could tap on a different player and bring over a hitter, and in this case, it's Adalberto Mondesi. It shows you a graph of what he has done in his last 10 games. It shows you that he got minus 4 points in his last game. If I actually went and took a look at what he did, he had a strikeout which cost him a point, and he got 3 outs, which is minus 3 points. And so on the season, he averages 17.62 points a game, 370 points total on the season. And each player has their own card. Now, this is, of course, the what I would call the low base cards, the base tier 1. On the tier 6 cards, these are the teal cards. And if I looked at Teoscar Hernandez with the teal card, he gets 2.2 times the points. So, again, looking at the results from all of his stats, every strikeout he would get, you minus 2.2. For each out, it's by 8.8, and then each single is worth 11 points. So on the season, Teoscar is getting 87.42 points a game, and he's got over 1,600 points on the season. And each player will be able to accumulate you points. So how does it work? Well, if we click on the home plate button at the bottom of our page and we go to our, well, I went to collection, but if we went to contests, and you see that in the upper left where the cross bats are, now you have options to join different contests. And the different contests are somewhat played a little bit differently. And so this year, currently, there are 5 contests that you can join. Well, the first one at the top is the Best of Bunt. It's currently in progress. There's 6,164 players. You get unlimited swaps. In other words, you can move players at will in and out of your lineup. So we're going to select that one. It says that the contests includes games taking place between August 17th, which is Monday, and the 23rd of August, which is Sunday. Place in the top 1,000, and you will win a Best of Bunt card. And if I move down a little bit here, if I click on the top prize is going to be an Aaron Judge. So if you finish in the top 10, you'll get yourself a Judge. And we go back to this, and the announcements they'll tell you which cards you would get. So if you're in the top 1,000, you'll get one of 1,000 card. If you're in the top 750, you'll get another card. And so depending upon where you finish will dictate how you do. So I've not entered this contest, but we will today. And so I'm going to click the join button. And by clicking the join button, now you get to select certain players into your lineups. And so who do I want to put into my lineup, and which are the players that I want? So obviously I want to get somebody who's healthy. I want to get somebody who's going to be able to play. We've got it sorted by boost right now. So if I was looking to put players in my lineup, I might choose today to go with an all-hitting group. And so another way I can do it is by the most amount of points potentially I can score. And it tells you here that Alonso's worth 2.2 and Belt and all these guys in the teal. If I move to the left a bit, I move over to the catchers and I see I've got a Buster Posey worth 2.5. Unfortunately, Posey's not playing this year, so it would make no sense to put him in my lineup. Over here, I've got some gold cards. I've got Sean Doolittle. I've got Amir Garrett. I've got Craig Kimbrell. They score me at 2.5 times the pace. And same thing in my starting pitchers. So right now, I don't have particularly what I would call a great scoring lineup. Most of my guys are scoring around 2 to 2.2 points, but 2.5, with the exception of Christian Yelich, who would get me 3. So today I feel like just playing outfielders, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert all the outfielders in the lineup. Probably not a great strategy, but I've got Christian Yelich at 3.0. I'm going to select him. I've got Locane at 2.5. I can select him. I'm going to skip over Ben Gamble, but I am going to play Lourdes Gurriel of the Blue Jays and play him. I got Bryce Harper at 2.5. He's going to make an appearance in my lineup. As I move along, I've got Dwight Smith Jr. of the Orioles. I'm going to play him. I'm also going to play George Springer. We have another Yelich at 2.5. He's going to play in my lineup. Now, Ronald Acuna Jr. is out injured, so he's on the 10-day injured list, so he won't see action. Shogo Akiyama, I would have to look at the lineup to see if he is worth playing. But then I've got Harrison Bader, Andrew Benintendi, who is also out right now on the disabled list. Charlie Blackmon will reach my lineup. He's had a productive year. I skip over a bunch of other guys. We've got Harold Castro. I've got different ones. I might play a Joey Gallo, so he'll find his way into my lineup. And probably one more. And I'm going to go with the Blue Jays' Teoscar Hernandez because obviously they're playing in Buffalo, and we've got a bandbox in Buffalo where they play. So I'm going to confirm my lineup. And as I confirm my lineup, now it is there. Now I can edit it, I can swap, I can move guys in and out at any time. And as you can see, it gives you the option for the edit in the upper right and so on and so forth. Right now there's no contest feed, but sometimes people like to chat within the contest. Well, they have some different games this year. They have Kings of the Hill, they have 1-2 Punch, they got the Daily Derby, they got Fantasy Challenge. And I haven't played any of these games yet this year, although I do like doing it. The top prize in the 1-2 Punch is, it's a question mark. We don't know what the top prize is. And so it tells you it's games between the 17th and the 23rd. Again, you have unlimited swaps. And you can use 2 different Tier 1 base cards. And those are the rules. And if you place in the top 2,500, you can win a 1-2 Punch card. So let's see what the 1-2 Punch cards contest looks like. Again, I've got remaining swaps. So I've got 2 guys that I can pick. And let's go back again to hitters. And so I'm going to select today. I'm going to go to my first baseman. And these 1-2 punches right now, basically you are only allowed to play by, it looks like, the base cards. So for me, I'm going to take a first baseman and I'm going to choose Pete Alonso. He's going to be one of my guys. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to choose Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So right now, swaps remaining after confirming the lineup. They say there's none. I'm going to confirm this. Yes, we're going to make this there. That is my lineup, and there we go. I've got Pete Alonso and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Now, the next game is Kings of the Hill. If I select on the Kings of the Hill, this game, the prizes are a little different. The top prize are prize tickets, and it's the game is only for today's games, and it gives you a run of what time the games are at. We obviously have the Padres and the Rangers at 4 o'clock Pacific, Giants and the Angels. So to set your lineup with 5 pitchers and a maximum boost equals 2.0. So we can't use anything greater than that. And obviously the Kings of the Hill refers to the pitchers. You cannot use the same card more than once, and that's the key. So in other words, we have a lineup that you can only use one of your pitchers. So my advice would be is to use the starting pitchers. And so who would be the starting pitcher? Well, I look at it this way and I say, well, today's lineup, we're going to join this. We have Dylan Bundy as a starter today for the Angels. And so for me, that's a no-brainer. I'm going to put my best Dylan Bundy card in my lineup when I get down to Bundy. And where are you, Dylan? There's Garrett Cole. There's Clevenger. There's Centauros. There's Buehler. There's Bundy. So we put a Bundy card in the lineup. Also starting today, who I would like to see in my lineup, is Carlos Carrasco of the Cleveland Indians. Now, I don't know if I have a Carrasco card, and unfortunately I don't. But Masahiro Tanaka is making his second Yankees appearance, and Blake Snell is going for Tampa today. So if I scroll down, I'm going to look for a Tanaka and a Blake Snell to add into my lineup. So we're getting into the S's. There's a Blake Snell. Blake Snell, unfortunately, is only at 1.0 down here. So if I move back up, I may be able to select myself a Snell or a Tanaka in the 2.0 range. I want to be able to achieve the maximum amount of points, and having the multiplier of 2.0 would play into my my plans. So I've got Blake Snell here. It doesn't matter whether it's the autograph card or whether it's the gold card. They're still worth value the same. And then if I look for my Masahiro Tanaka card, I'm going to take the physical one here and put him in my lineup. I also see that the Dodgers are giving Tony Gonzalez his first start of the year. And I'm going to look to see if I have a 2.0 Tony Gonzalez card to be able to insert into my lineup. And they are playing the Mariners, so that's a favorable matchup today. And I think that using a Gonzalez is certainly better than anything else. So I look at my 2.0s. Do I have a Gonzalez? And the answer is no. I go from Glasgow to Gonzalez, but no Gonzalez. Other options for today's game, I've got a Nate Pearson for the Toronto Blue Jays. They're going against Baltimore. That could be a game where, because of the amount of strikeouts that Pearson could achieve, and Baltimore is a team that's susceptible to a lot of strikeouts, if I had a Nate Pearson card at 2.0, I would consider putting him into my lineup. And so when I scroll up, do I have a Pearson, as I've got my cards listed alphabetically? And it shows me that I do not have a 2.0 Pearson. Now, Yu Darvish is pitching today for the Cubs. If I have a Yu Darvish, I would definitely consider putting him into my lineup. And again, when I scroll down the list, I have Jacob deGrom, I've got Johnny Cueto, I have Dunn, but I do not have a Darvish at 2.0. So now I got to figure out, who am I going to put into my lineup? Well, I've got Corbin Burnes is going for the Milwaukee Brewers. He is pitching today, but unfortunately I don't have a Burnes. Kenta Maeda is going for the Twins, and I do like Kenta Maeda a lot. I just don't know if I like him going against the Brewers, but he would be a guy I could easily put into my lineup. So if I go down here and I take a look, where is my Kenta Maedas? Do we have a Maeda? And the answer to that is we have a Manaea and a Marquez and a Matz, but no Manaea. So now I look at it and I say, I got to get two more guys into my lineup. I really don't care who they are. So now I'm going to look at Marco Gonzalez. It's not a great matchup. Marco Gonzalez is pitching tonight for the Mariners against the Dodgers. And so we will use that card. So where are you, Marco? I got to get to the G's. And here we are, Gonzalez. We got Hendricks. I've got Gray. Do we not have a Marco Gonzalez? I think we do. He's back up a little bit here. Giolito, Glasnow, and no, it looks like we don't. We have Kendall Graveman and nothing else. So who else is pitching tonight? We've got Tomlin. We've got Voth. We've got Brubaker. We got Montez for the A's. The selections are running low. We can take somebody else in at 2.0, and I may consider doing that with Dylan Bundy because I really like Dylan Bundy. So I'm going to add a Bundy in at 1.7 because I think a 1.7 Bundy is far greater than what I have to offer with some of those other starting pitchers. So here we are, Dylan Bundy. Where are you? And he is next to Walker Buehler, and there is my Dylan Bundy. And lastly, I think today we're going to go with maybe a Mike Minor card. So if I want to do the search and stop going up and down, I just enter Minor into my search, Here comes a minor. I got a 2.0 minor for Texas. He's going up today against the Padres. Not a great matchup, but that's my lineup for the King of the Hill. We're going to confirm it, and we'll see how we do. Okay, I go back again to the original board. We have the Daily Derby, or the Daily Derby, depending upon where you're from. So if I select the Daily Derby to play that game, this contest includes today's games only. Only home runs earn points in this contest, and the maximum boost is 2.0. So for me, if I pick my home run guys, who am I looking for? Well, obviously, Fernando Tatis Jr. is doing pretty good. I don't think I'm taking any starting pitchers. Obviously, they're in a position where they are not. Currently, I'm sorting by boost and by position. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to do it by boost and by rarity. So this way there, now I know that my rarity is in position where I can choose guys. So I'm looking for the 2.0s. I'm looking for the 2.0s. I'm looking for the 2.0s. Aaron Judge is an obvious selection, but he is injured. I don't think he's going to be in the lineup tonight, so he's not a guy I would take. A.J. Pollock's a nice player. Do I put Alex Bregman in my lineup? I think I'm going to go with Bregman. I'm going to choose a Verdugo. I think that Rendon could be an option for me. I like Rizzo with the Cubs. I do like Aristides Aquino. Unfortunately, he's probably not going to be in the lineup. I look at Austin Meadows for Tampa. That's a good selection. They're playing the Blue Jays in a small park. Other players that I would look at, I like Brandon Belt, but I don't know if I would pick Belt in this scenario tonight. I might take Harper. I'm going to add Harper to my lineup. I'll also add, let's do definitely not Posey. Posey is out for the season as he's chosen to opt out of playing this year. I'll add Charlie Blackmon. I think I'll also add Christian Yelich. And my other two guys, well, Cody Bellinger. And last but not least, let's do Kyle Seager. Seager's had a nice year this year and for the Mariners. I'll confirm that as my lineup. So I'm looking for home runs from that group. Now, the last contest, it's a fantasy challenge. You can win prize tickets in this contest. It only includes today's game. Play to win a prize ticket. So we'll join this contest. Same thing. This one here, you can pick players at each position. So you get one starting pitcher, you get one catcher, you get one so on and so forth. So I'll come back here and I'll take the positions again. So if I choose a starting pitcher, who am I going to take? Again, I like Dylan Bundy today, so I'm going to scroll down. Where's my Bundys? Where are you, Dylan? Right now I've got them here. I want to go back to alphabetical. I've got position, apply. I don't see Bundy, so we're going to do the search, B-U-N-D-Y, hit return, and there's a 2.0 Bundy for me. My next spot up is a catcher, so who am I going to choose behind the plate? There's a lot of posies, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not going to take. I think today I'm going to go with the Sanchez, Gary Sanchez. I don't know if he's in the lineup. My next selection is for that of first base. And I do like Anthony Rizzo, so Rizzo will be in my lineup at 2.0. Second base would be next, and I can't believe they got Bo Bichette listed down as a second baseman. But I like Brandon Lau for the Tampa Bay Rays, so he'll be my second baseman in today's game. I've got a third baseman. I'm going to choose Alex Bregman. He'll enter his way into my lineup, and now I've got myself a shortstop. And Alberto Mondesi would be somebody I'd have an interest in. But with Bichette out, I think I would probably look at going with Carlos Correa of the Houston Astros. And now I can select three outfielders. And so the outfielders who I would consider taking, obviously Aaron Judge would be somebody. But I don't think he's in the lineup tonight. I'm going to scroll down the list. And Benintendi's out of the lineup. I like McCutchen, but I like McCutchen better in a Pirate uniform. So who are we going to take? Well, let's take an Austin Meadows at 2.0. I want to take I like Nemo, but I don't know if he's gonna how he's gonna do. I'd rather maybe take Conforto. I think I'm gonna take a 2.0 Harper. He'll find his way into my lineup. I think I'm going to grab possibly a Max Kepler. I'm going to put Kepler's name in my lineup. I have a good feeling that Kepler might do some damage tonight. The German-born outfielder for the Minnesota Twins. And definitely, I'm not even going to look at the players. I'm just going to go right to Cruz and select myself Cruz, and that would be Nelson Cruz, and he'll be my DH. I'm going to confirm it. Once I confirm my lineup, I'm not allowed any swaps tonight, but there is my lineup that I have going into tonight for that contest feed. So right now, there's no contest to join. I can check to see how I'm doing in the contests. There are some games going on. I'm not ranked in the Fantasy Challenge, the Daily Derby, the King of the Hill, the 1-2 Punch, or the Best of Bunt because none of my players have got action. You can see some of my completed games. I did do a completed game where I was ranked 460th out of 3,652 back on August the 10th, where I had 5 pitchers in my lineup. I've done the Fantasy Challenge in the past where I finished 956 out of 3,000. And also in the Daily Derby where I'd finished 54th out of 4,184 contestants. Well, everybody, that gives you an idea of what the bunt contests are all about. And so you can win prizes, digital prizes. And lastly, in the World Series a couple of years ago, you could actually win physical prizes. I don't know if they're going to do that this year, if it's just going to be bunt digital. But it'd be great to see them come back with the physical prizes rather than the digital prizes, because I just think that adds to more excitement to the game. Well, thanks again for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks again for watching another Last Drafts Baseball video production. We hope you all have a great day. We'll see you again soon.